right, this is the first show of the year for me. We are at the Warren Elks Lodge or Warren Elks Club in Warren, Michigan. So first time the show was here, but not really the first show of this specific kind, because this show used to be in Clawson, Michigan for a few years, or at least a couple years. And I believe the owner of that building sold it, so they moved out to Warren. So this is the first time having this show in this location. It's going to be a lot of the usual suspects here, great dealers, great people that we see all the time. Hopefully some new people as well. And we're going to go in and see what we can get. So as you know, I'll take a bunch of video. Let's go. Okay, so there you have it. That was the first ever Warren Elks comic book show. Moved from the Clawson location because they sold the building. So great show, a lot of the same people. The venue was good. It's a little bit smaller, so a little bit tighter, not as much elbow room, but it was still good. There were some new vendors there as well, and I actually bought quite a bit from that person that I'll get to in a minute here. But it was packed when I got there, so I didn't do any video when I first got there. I was looking around a lot. I was talking to a lot of people, and it wasn't until maybe a couple hours later that I started taking video, and it had thinned out a little bit by then. But it was great. Before I get to the books, I want to say I'm wearing my California shirt, trying to support my friends that are out there, both personal and in the comic book community. So I know they have a lot of challenges going on out there right now, and thoughts and prayers are with them, obviously, so that that stuff can get put under control as quickly as possible. Okay, so what did I get? I've got a stack here of DC books, and I've got a stack here that's a little bit bigger of Marvel books. So I fell into the Marvel, the overall Bronze Age horror trap again, and most of it being Marvel. And I haven't bought a ton of Marvel lately, but I did this time. Still a good amount of DC as well. And you really had to dig for this stuff because there wasn't a ton of it. But if you spend enough time looking through boxes, and I only was able to get to like 3 or 4 different tables and spend a decent amount of time there because I do too much yapping with people I know. But I'm going to show you what I got. I'm not going to go through every single book individually because I got a lot of chunks that I'll just show you as well. But the first two, not your traditional Bronze Age horror, but the first one, Amazing Spider-Man 110, first appearance of the Gibbon. I never pass this up if I can find it in good grade, and I did, so I got it. Next one, this is kind of bordering on Bronze Age horror, issue 124, first appearance of Man Wolf. So this book sells all the time, and this is probably the lowest grade I got from the show. It's probably around a 5.0. We'll see if I can make it a little bit better, but this book moves. People want it. And then I've talked about this one before on my videos, Master of Kung Fu number 19. This is the one where Shang-Chi is putting his foot through the leg of Man-Thing. So Bronze Age horror-ish and becoming more popular. And if you can find it in a nice grade, dealers are starting to realize that people pay money for it. And I paid a decent amount for that one. It's in super high grade. All right, traditional Bronze Age horror. Again, this is all the Marvel stuff I'm starting with. Chamber of Darkness number 1. I believe this is, Romita cover, right? I always get Romita and Stranko mixed up on this cover, but I think it's Romita. That's the only Chamber of Darkness I got. And then I got a handful of Chamber of Chills. All right, nothing real special about these, not huge keys, but I got issue number 1, number 4, number 5, number 19, and number 24. So just really nice grades. 3 issues of Dead of Night, number 2, number 3, and my favorite, number 11. This is first appearance of the Scarecrow in a Marvel title. You can see him there on the cover. And this one it's a nice grade, but it's got some writing in the moon here. Yes, full moon in the background. And first glance, I can't tell if that's just a dark pencil or pen. Even if I can't remove it, this is a really, really solid grade, and I like it. I love that cover. I love the Scarecrow character. So 2 Tomb of Draculas. I got issue number 6, which is a nice Neil Adams cover. This is like upper mid grade. And then I got a super high grade issue 43, which is Bernie Wrightson. If you can see his signature down in the corner down here. I'm sorry, it's kind of blurry, but his name is down there. So issue 43, Dracula coming out of the ground, grabbing down to the arm of the girl. Awesome cover by Mr. Bernie Wrightson. And then I've got a stack of Vault of Evils. Okay. Again, no big keys in here, just nice grades. I got issue number 1, another issue number 1, number 8, number 9, number 10, and I really like this cover. This has more of a DC Bronze Age horror look to it. It's Bill Everett, Not the traditional look of a Marvel Bronze Age horror book, but a little bit more gothic there. And then issue 19. All right, Tower of Shadows. I got one. This is a Bill Everett and Marie Severin cover. Really like this cover. It's the half man, half monster cover. Nice grade. Issue number 5. And then I got a handful of Frankenstein, issue 10, 12, 14, and 16. And by the way, public service announcement, if you are buying Marvel Bronze Age horror, always look for the Marvel value stamp, okay? I found a couple of them this weekend that had the stamps clipped out of them. You don't want that. 90% of the books that have Marvel value stamps had the 25-cent label on it, okay? But a handful of them were 20 centers as well. So make sure you check. And there are some lists out there as well, people that have put together, compiled all the issues that do have a Marvel value stamp, but look for the 25 centers and some of the 20 centers. All right, and then 3 Werewolf by Night issues. Again, nothing special. Issue 39, just nice grades. Issue 22, except for this last one. This is a little more significant because it is a cover done by Tom Sutton. And the Tom Sutton takeover is real, you guys, and particularly for all his work that he's done on the Charlton titles. But he did a few books in Marvel as well. I'm not sure if he did anything for DC, but really nice cover, issue number 10 here. And it's extremely high grade, but watch out for Tom Sutton covers. I don't have any to show today. Didn't buy any Charlton. Didn't really see any good ones. But Tom Sutton is on fire, and his work is fantastic. All right, on to DC. This stack's a little bit smaller. So I got a handful of House of Mystery books. The first one's issue 139. The 12 centers don't get a lot of love because, you know, they're not as nice as the Bronze Age issues, right? The Gothic Bronze that we see a lot in DC. But this is a Sheldon Moldoff cover, and it was a nice grade, so I got it. Now we get into the typical or traditional DC Bronze Age horror. This is issue 181, which is a Neal Adams cover. 188, another Neal Adams cover. What is this? 191 or 193? Sorry. 193 is Bernie Wrightson. Really nice cover. Really nice grade on this one. And then last is 198, Nick Cardy, but I've always enjoyed this. A lot of red in the background there, and then this Mordock on the altar or whatever he is on. Just a nice cover. Nick Cardy. One issue of Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. This is a great example of DC Gothic Bronze horror, with the guy lurking in the background there and the lady fearing for her life, trying to hide. Really nice. Issue number 9. Unfortunately, it's only like a mid-grade, but the best I could get for that title. Those are hard to find. Tech 412 and 414, both Neal Adams covers. And this one where he's fighting the knight on the horse there. And then the other one, issue 414, is the haunted lighthouse. So really, really cool cover. I like how he did that. All right. 2 more batches of books here. The first batch is Witching Hour. Really, really nice high grade issue 21 with the witch flying through the air with a house in tow. So it's called the Haunted Houseboat. Nick Cardy. And then we've got issue 30, issue 32. I'm really sorry about the glare. Issue 33 with the full moon cover. And the final one is issue 37 with Death and the casket there. All right. So not the big keys from the Witching Hour, but really nice grades. And even any Witching Hour you can get a nice grade these days are becoming pricey. Last 3 books, Weird Mystery Tales, a title I really, really like. This is issue number 2. It's the Titanic issue. You see the Titanic there sinking and that big ghost thing in the middle of the ocean taking it down. Issue number 8, black cover, hard to find in high grade. I don't remember who does that cover. I'm going to have to look it up. And then this one isn't the highest grade, but I always pick it up when I see it. Weird Mystery Tales 23. It's with the witches on the cover and the full moon. Really nice cover. And that was it. Okay, great show. Looking forward to it again next month. We're going to have it in February. What do I have coming up? I have another show this coming weekend in Livonia, the show that we have about 6 or 7 times a year. And I heard a rumor that there's going to be a lot of pre-code horror there. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I've got my regular price analysis videos coming up. And then about the second week in February, I've got a 3-part series coming out that I can't tell you about just yet, but I'm really excited for it. It's going to be a polarizing series. Some people are going to love it. Some people are really not going to like it. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And I will put out a preview video. So it's going to be a 3-part series. But before those 3 come out, I'm going to have a preview video. It's about a week and a half out. And it'll give you an idea of what that 3-part series is going to be about. Okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, have a great day.